We good? All right, today's Thursday. It's the rundown. Dan is back. It is Thursday, July, we'll say 12th. 13th. And I think that's right. No, the 14th is Saturday, I think.
13th.
13th.
It's the 13th.
Today's 13th.
Like I said.
Okay, fair enough. Today's 13th. Breaking news, my private jet guy to Nantucket. Just like, can't do it weather. My plane's not big enough. I found a private jet guy who's willing to just pick me up and take me to Nantucket whenever I want, but he canceled his first flight. So that stinks for me.
So he was just bullshitting you.
No, the weather is supposed to be bad this weekend. Rundown brought to you by SeatGeek. All your ticket needs, code rundown. We all use SeatGeek, and SeatGeek is actually great. I think our guy, Frankie Borelli, is going to Yankees Red Sox. Hopefully the weather holds. SeatGeek's going to help him out with tickets to that. Use the code rundown. You get $10 back on your first ticket order. That's $10 back on your first ticket order instantly. It used to be they'd send you like a check in the mail or PayPal. Now you just put in the code rundown. Your first order will get $10 off instantly that purchase. So use SeatGeek. Download the app. We're going to start where we always start, and these shirts may be going on sale.
These are on sale.
Yep, those are in there
Those are
selling
awesome.
like hotcakes.
Those are legitimately awesome. That shouldn't even be a shirt. That should be like a poster that you hang on the wall. That should be a piece of art.
Yeah.
That should be
the
framed
famous
on your office.
Nate quote,
That
I
should be-
hate checking, I love betting, they love folding. Nate is currently in 200 and something. That would be 35 grand if the tournament ended today. I would say today's moving day. That's the equivalent of moving day in the World
Seems
Series
like
of
it.
Poker.
Yep.
Like, you know who is playing for the money by the end of today.
They brought the three groups together today, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
everybody's now playing
I
now-
watched
together.
now
so
it's
many
not just-
poker hands yesterday for like 2 seconds of Nate.
The fact that they're not giving him any FaceTime
Yeah.
that's the problem with ESPN.
And maybe I don't get ESPN and the decision making, although Nate on the radio is like, they know it. They're just sticking it to us by not putting me on. But, like, Helmuth, it's the same shit. And it's always the same, like, 7 guys.
It is.
Forever.
But I think it actually worked out. Like, Nate wouldn't have wanted to be at that feature table because, first, the pressure goes up, and Nate is not always a pressure guy. And two, like, those were all pros. So Nate was saying that he was doing well because he had, like, a table that stunk.
It actually seems borderline illegal.
Right,
like-
to just put all the pros in
Yeah,
the-
to, like, not have it a random draw.
Right. So I watched a lot of Phil Hellmuth talking and folding for, like, one little
And it's
piece of Nate.
The
I mean, the
same-
one shot of him, he's like, it looks like he's in a table in like a back room.
I know.
You know, it's like he's not even in the same building as
Yeah.
the pros.
The third featured table.
Big, green now. And I used to, poker went through that boom. I feel like it's kind of gone. But I haven't watched poker in years. Nate is rejuvenating poker. But I can, like,
The man who brought back poker.
yeah, seriously.
know.
Imagine this is the face
I
who
know.
saved poker. If I went, someone also never fails to be funny when people do fake 30 for 30 titles. Like, imagine
What
if I told you the
you?
story of like a spider monkey who
Yeah.
like nobody said good, but
Who refused
poker-
to fold.
Yeah. Mike Matisow, Phil Hellmuth,
Fossil
Jesus
Man,
Bergens,
Daniel Negreanu.
the
Moneymaker.
the magician.
What's the
Yeah.
old guy?
He may
Dal-
be dead.
yeah, he's
Bryce
dead.
Doyle Bronson.
Doyle
Brunson.
Johnson,
He's-
Johnny
he-
Chan still
he better be
around.
dead.
Everyone's like,
Two-time
oh,
champion.
Johnny Chan.
You know
Two-time
who
champion.
just
He
was
won
one
with
and
like
done, though?
15 guys in the tournament.
Yeah, right.
Moneymaker was like one and done, right? He was the one who won it
think
when it was
so.
like
I was
really
there.
popular. And
Side
then-
note, I was there for that.
Oh, really?
Moneymaker was the guy who like led to the poker boom.
Yeah.
So
but he
when
didn't stick around, right?
well, no, he was just a random schmo who
Yeah.
won. People say it's bad. I mean, there's so much luck involved when there's 8,000 people or whatever in the tournament.
Right.
But when Barstool started, our first advertiser was Poker Stars. No, Party Poker, excuse me. And it was the actual software developers, pure Indians,
Right.
like from India, spoke broken English, and they're like, come meet me at the World Series of Poker. I was there just hanging out with them the year Moneymaker won. Weird Barstool story. They advertised right till it got banned in the United States. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Can
it
you
did.
play poker
You can
online
in New
again?
Jersey.
Yeah, it's back in Jersey, right?
Just Jersey.
Yeah.
That's why Nate lives in New Jersey.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Real.
I think it was.
No, seriously.
I actually think that is. So I obviously missed the first few days of the whole controversy I was following. Are we still at the everyone gets Nate's money?
Content is still being split evenly amongst the winners. Nate says that's 100% false.
So Nate is, it's very tough because like I said, I was removed from the whole thing, but he's wrong in his estimation of how like the email was written up. He's wrong in how basically all Barstool works. But if he wins the World Series of Poker, it would feel even more wrong to just not let him have like a lot of money.
This is what I think. Yeah, I agree with you.
It would be so
I agree
wrong
with
to
you.
be like, hey,
But- so
you won this
You're not
tournament.
taking any cut, right?
I'm out. I'm not taking a
He
cent.
should get his cut and your cut together, and that should be his.
But see, I feel like that's still even like, if he wins $8 million, then
Wow.
it's like, hey, Nate, you actually
Well,
only get like,
Yeah.
like
On
$125,000
a-
and everyone else
on a
50%
business
is
level,
going
he
to
gets.
these
He
guys.
should really get nothing, but on a human level,
Human level, that's
it would
my
really
point.
be fun.
Human level,
50%
Nate-
is going to Fantasy Labs up top. That's beyond dispute. Where, and I've said this 1,000 times, and we were talking about before we went on, people love jumping on me and saying be mean. Nate tried to sell stakes in himself. This started, but there was no controversy, and Nate tried, and I wasn't even thinking, I was half asleep. I'm like, Nate, I'll buy 10% of you for $1,000. And he said, I am charging a 300% markup on so as Caleb said,
He summed it up very nicely.
he was
Selling your money
my
back
money
to you
back
at
to
a
me at a
300%.
300% markup.
That's a great scheme.
It's a great scheme if you get away with it.
Yeah.
He did
But
not get
that
away
is
with
the
it.
very definition of poking the bear. Where it's
Right.
like you had a good thing going, you tried to sell that man's money back to himself at a 3-time markup. Now all of a sudden it's a problem.
It's Nate misplayed his hand every single step of the way. Literally every single
Which is
step of
why
the way.
he's very
until
good
he
at
got
play it.
there.
He continues to misplay.
He's playing his hand well at the actual poker tournament, but if he wins this thing, and he's still very, very far away, I just don't know how. I couldn't stomach, because he wouldn't be there without Barstool. He wouldn't be there with all this stuff. But then again, he's winning himself. You know what I mean? Like, we couldn't go and win we'd be
I'm
out in
not so
2
sure
seconds.
of that.
He's got skill as a poker
He does,
player.
but I mean, like the moneymaker example, I don't think there's so much luck involved. I think
Yeah, there's definitely some luck. I mean, I
No,
hope
you
this
don't have
actually
to
becomes
take
a thing. It'll be hilarious. if he fucking finishes the final
Everybody
table.
has the option to do it. I mean, if I was the content team, I would take it because again, we sent him to fantasy camp. He doesn't seem he wavered on that. Yesterday he's like, this is the best day of my life. This is literally top 5 days I've ever been alive. And then today he's like, this is a grind, 20-hour days.
Yeah, see, that's the other element of Nate is like and I told him this after the first day when he had that like flash where he was number 1 for a little bit. Like, dude, you realize like what you have here? You are the poker guy now.
Yeah.
You get this for like you can now like expand this as Nate. You're no longer the weirdo creeper. You are, but you're the poker guy too. So he is getting a ton of benefit from it, and I hope he runs with it because he really is the poker guy.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll be
We need to just fly him around to like Monte Carlo and put him in tournaments.
It will be very funny if he just goes on the lamb, though. If he wins like a ton of money and we're just chasing him around, like where in the world is Carmen
Nate would be the
Sandiego
easiest
style?
person to find, though. Come on. You really think Nate would be like?
Blend in like Jason Bourne.
Well,
Yeah,
then better
right.
yet,
Disappear.
better yet, we
Like
take
this weird kid
it's,
is just like showed up in France and is asking all these questions. He keeps asking like, can he post this blog or not? And what's the schedule for tomorrow? And everyone's bothered by him. It's like, oh, that's Nate.
What
Call him
about
up.
the other option, which I much prefer, is we just go to like a people's court, and
Yeah.
it's a real televised
Yes.
like
I mean,
all the content. will
Joe
I
Brown.
hope I'm praying he wins enough money that we can justify that because that will be the best thing we've ever done.
If you guys,
Court. And Mike at Point Esquire.
yes, yes.
I mean, my dad called
You
me.
know,
again.
represent
He is
Barstool.
as convinced, and my dad, I'm telling you, he doesn't do.
No, he's
that-
not. He's a conservative lawyer.
He's like, this is the most slam dunk Nate has zero case I've ever seen in my life.
Are you guys, the last thing about Nate, are you guys ready? Well, let's say he finishes with a little money for the swagger that Nate
my
comes
God.
back. 'Cause
No,
Nate
no
Dogg-
one's ready for the swagger.
Nate Dogg, there is no one in this world that deals with a little bit of success worse than Nate
Nate.
Dogg.
He's the most cocky, arrogant.
Did you see him tell that
weirdo
joke?
who's
See the pizza
ever
joke
lived.
yesterday?
Do you want to hear the joke about pizza?
Yeah.
It's too cheesy.
Some like cute
Oh,
girls
yes, I
interview him.
did. He walked
Tell me a
off.
joke. You want to hear the one about pizza? No, I can't. It's too cheesy. Poof, and walks off like
He
mic
nailed it.
drop.
He nailed it.
I mean,
That's Nate.
it's like when Dwight Schrute's all of a sudden cool on The Office. He went out to Vegas and became Nate Dogg.
And
He's just killing
the
it
other
out there.
side story they do love about this is Smitty just being an absolute non-factor,
It's
an absolute afterthought.
sucks.
Everything Smitty does,
sucks so
It
much.
really-
the spotlight just moves. It's
Yeah.
like there's Smitty just, whoop, and he's just standing in the shadows, being like, he's now just Nate's hype man. That's all he is.
They did a Periscope last night before dinner, and I was watching it, and it was like everyone was asking Nate questions, and somebody would every now and then chime in and be like, "I still have 95,000 chips." Like,
He's like,
no
I'm
one really
grinding
cares, man.
away. I haven't caught many cards yet, but if I blah, blah, blah. And then Nate was just like, so anyway.
yeah, I
over
have
here.
375,000 chips.
I didn't even check to see if Smitty was still in the tournament till 11 a.m. this morning. Like, I forgot he was even out there. Fucking Smitty, the forgotten man. And even I just watched the Duncan Combine, and I rewatched like myself describe Smitty to McShay. I'm like, this guy, he's like older version of Tex. He just loses at everything. Like, he's
I mean,
barefoot.
his quote when he finally busted was, "Can't win them all, or any of them."
Yeah, or anything, right?
All right, press conference number 2 happened. Mayweather, McGregor. I had a different take than a guy Octagon Bob. And look at that, he like
he's
springs in
ready.
his ass. He jumped out of his seat there. Those shirts
the
on
McGregor
sale.
swagger.
By the way, those, I guess, if I'm understanding this story correctly, which seems impossible, that's been trademarked by Mayweather.
Yeah,
False.
smart move.
False, not real.
Okay, okay, Bob.
Mayweather
Well
is
then.
playing checkers and I am playing chess.
Ooh.
He trademarked 49-1. He did not trademark 49
Shamrock.
1.
True.
Okay, Bob.
True. Facts. That's a fact.
So you wrote the blog. You thought Mayweather won this press conference?
No. I think he held it. I think he got demolished in the first one. I think by far the most personal,
Yes.
apropos thing was when Mayweather got to Dana White. He's like, it's me and you. He's just like the employee.
You the boss. Dana White. You fly. Dana White. Me and you got money. We know who got the money. We don't gotta wear suits. The real men that got money don't gotta wear suits.
Like, that bothers McGregor.
I don't think it does because McGregor's making so much more than Dana from this deal.
It does.
That's his.
Like that was like a
I mean,
boss
Dana
to
White-
a boss talk. Like
Yeah.
you can't. You're not.
Didn't
at this
Dana White
table.
just cash in to the tune of like billions
Yeah.
recently?
Yeah.
With that-
Yeah,
with
but
that
He's like,
purchase?
even
it's next
his
level.
line, it was the perfect thing to say, like, I don't have to wear a suit.
Right.
Like, we're above wearing suits.
Yeah, Connor's been, that's like the most typical chirp at Connor his whole career. My thing is, like, it says Mayweather Sports and Entertainment on the poster. It does not say UFC. So, like, this fight happens with or without Dana White. So,
No, that's a slight. Well, no, I don't think it does happen. Could he do it without Dana's permission?
for a while, Dana was like, there's no way it would ever happen. Then Conor met with the Fertitta brothers, who used to own the UFC. They just sold it.
Yep.
And as soon as he met with him, Dana was like, yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, but
like,
that could
I'll
have been,
support
like,
it.
money or whatever. My point, even if this is clearly, first of all, and I also said, I think these guys love each other, which kind of
completely agreed. Is like,
Yeah.
there's no animosity.
zero.
Which
No.
stinks.
No
It's
animosity.
very entertaining and funny, but when it comes down
like
to the
each
actual
other.
fight, it's like
They're both in on like an inside
cut from
joke.
the same
basically.
cloth.
You could especially see it when Conor went after Showtime for cutting his mic, and he's
And
like,
they just-
"Fuck
yeah, and they
Showtime!"
start laughing.
And Mayweather's
Yeah,
laughing
all
his
of
ass
them are
off.
laughing.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, fuck Showtime too, you little weasel. Look at you, you little fucking weasel. I can see it in your eyes. You're a fucking bitch.
It's like they're both in on an inside joke where they make hundreds of millions at the expense of everybody. And I do think neither of them have had, usually they each have to carry their own fight almost 100%. Whereas this, it's like they're just playing off of each other. It's very funny, it's very good. But my point was, I think Mayweather held his own in the second one. First one, I thought he was terrible. got
That
demolished.
comment he made to Dana White, that's a real. That's that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a good. It was.
it's not
that was
very
the best
funny
part.
or showy, but
No,
it's
but
just real.
it's like
and it cuts
it's like
you.
Very
Dave
real.
going after like Dabrowski and the Red Sox, and who's the Red Sox owner?
Warner?
Yeah.
No, I mean John Henry.
Yeah, John Henry goes to Peter Chern and he's like, "Hey, why don't we talk?" Like,
Yeah, right.
This guy's just like
Yeah,
nothing.
and,
here.
and worse because I know, I totally get our structure of like, yeah, obviously Chern. McGregor, I would say, has been a bigger draw for the last couple of years than Mayweather. Mayweather makes $100 million.
No, that's not true. Not like a bigger draw in terms of money at all.
Well, McGregor, Mayweather
he's
hasn't
saying.
fought.
That's what.
Right, but that's my point. Like,
That he's. Continue. Sorry.
my point being that McGregor is a bigger ticket draw
But doesn't make
over
the
the
money.
last couple of years, but Mayweather will still make $100 million a fight, and McGregor makes $3 million because of the setup of UFC
Correct.
versus boxing.
Kind of, yeah.
And that's something I think that drives McGregor crazy.
Right. And the one time where McGregor, I think, won was opening up that backpack.
There's about a... That's it. That's it. There's about $5 grand in here. There's about 5 grand in here. Fuck me. Just now you do something with that flag. You ain't getting this bag or this money back, and I'm gonna fuck you up on this stage.
Because that
only
was,
5 grand.
like, if you're Floyd Mayweather and you're coming with a backpack full of cash, you need to have it
Yeah.
overflowing with cash. And throw it out to the crowd or something.
I
like,
said
show
he had
everyone
to
how
throw
rich
that to
you
the
are.
crowd.
Right.
That was a weird moment during the press
That
conference.
makes me
too.
think
The
he's actually
flag
broke.
versus the bag.
The
was
flag in the
awesome.
bag was
Right.
very like, oh, this was a gun standoff.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
gun
but you
stand
know
up,
what?
but that's where they like each other.
If there was animosity, the minute he touched that flag, I think there would have been problems.
Right.
I
Because
think
he
if there
did
was
stand
animosity,
up,
he
and
would have thrown the
for a
bag into the
split
crowd.
second, I was like, oh shit. And then when it was fine, it was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a show.
Like they're going to dinner like at night together. That's the vibe you get.
I have a question that's kind of weird, and I'll say it's weird beforehand. When they go like face to face at the end and they just jaw at each other for like a minute and a half, does anyone else just think like, what if one of them kissed the other?
That's happening.
Didn't that one
right?
guy kiss him
happened,
and knock
yeah.
him out,
Knock
right?
him out, but
Yeah.
like that would be so fucking funny.
It would be very funny. Did you see the transcript of what they were saying?
No.
So McGregor was like, I'm going to bounce your head off the canvas. It's going to take me 4 rounds. Going on like a villain monologue. No cameras, no audio, whatever. And Mayweather was just going, yeah. He just said, yeah, 1,000
Yeah,
times
this
for
is-
like
yeah,
2
his
minutes
brain
straight.
doesn't
Yeah.
He's like, Mayweather's.
When he just said to him, you can't
How
fucking
excited-
read.
I'm
Yeah.
still gonna come yourself. That was the last one I asked you how excited you were to go to the press conference today.
I'm so excited to go to the press
It's
conference.
I'm
today.
jealous. We got the softball game. I'm
They got to do
jealous.
something new though. Like
Yeah,
that's
I don't
hard.
know.
I think
the
you
know
press
what?
there's
I would
another one
watch
on
that
Friday,
again.
right?
I would
There's
watch
another
that
one on
every time.
Friday, and that one's in London. That'll be the craziest one because they're going to treat that like it's like the crowd's going to react like it's a soccer game. I think McGregor has an ace in a hole. He's got to drop the domestic violence line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
But Mayweather said something about
he said we're saving the women. For
yeah.
Friday.
Is McGregor's wife not attractive or something?
I don't think she is. I thought she was in that.
Okay.
Looks good in suits. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. Get him to wear that shirt. That
Maybe
or
we should
hold
just
that
say that
shirt up.
McGregor's got a small dick.
.com.
What's that?
Store.barstoolsports.com.
Yeah. If you get him to wear, if you get him to hold that shirt up,
I get all Nate's money.
$3,000 bonus.
Split between 20 content.
Now,
There you go, Robbie. Get it,
if
get it
we
done.
get, by the way, caveat to that, we have to have proof of it. It can't
Yes.
just be like, oh, he did it.
Oh
We
yeah,
need
for
a
sure. It's got to be
picture.
on
We need a
video.
picture
I
of
agree
the
with
bottom
that.
line.
I agree with that.
Because that will sell.
Yeah.
Everyone is
Right.
getting
So
paid
many
from the money fight,
shirts.
including me.
Dave, yeah.
Yeah, get that.
Fighters get
You
paid.
should have negotiated a little harder there, Robbie, because Dave is going to make so much money off that shirt.
Robbie
gonna
at
be
the
a-
age of 19,
Well,
like
look at-
$3,000.
Resnick over there is like, hey,
fucking-
I told you, you weren't here for it. Resnick came into my office, dead serious, shut the door and said, how are we going to capture Nate if he wins? Like, it was like a real conversation. Like, what do we do when
God
Nate
damn
goes
it.
down the lane?
Capture.
Now that
I
would
mean,
be
like
funny.
booby traps. You know, like
Yeah.
you step in a ring and it pulls
of
you
all
up.
the people
by
in
a
the world,
foot.
Nate would be the easiest person to booby trap. He
Yeah.
would be hanging like a rope from his foot, like
That's
just
what I'm
like,
saying. Yeah, with a tree bent over.
yeah. I didn't watch the ESPYs because I was watching boring ass poker.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm like, there's got to be shit that could be bloggable or funny. And I'm just watching fucking Helmuth. The one clip that's going is the Peyton joke.
And our gymnastics team was so dominant that Kevin Durant told me he wants to play for them next year. And I got to tell you, I don't think you'd start for that team, Kevin. Yeah. Russell Westbrook, what do you think?
And also, I guess, the Brady's thing when he acted old with Brady.
Hi, Tom Tom.
Hi, Gam Gam. How are you?
Brady, I knew it. I knew there was something about you, Ruth.
Hey, what's up, Peyton?
Hey, Tom, what's up?
Grandma, I used to play football with Peyton.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Did you win 5 Super Bowls too?
Shut up, Ruth. If anybody needs me, I'll be taking another nap. Let's roll, fellas.
But the other one was Peyton talking about Kevin Durant and how he should go to the U.S. gymnastics team. By the way, I feel like I got sidetracked. I feel like we've been talking about this women's gymnastics team. What was that? Is this like did they win it in this calendar year? They must have.
It was a year ago now.
Was it?
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
That
it
felt
feels
like 3 years ago.
But they're still talking about these people. It's crazy. I heard your theory, I think, Dan, which I think I'm actually in on,
Yeah.
that Durant and Westbrook were in on this joke.
There's no way that Kevin Durant goes to the ESPYs and doesn't know this joke is being written about him and delivered.
I agree.
Someone absolutely is like, hey, Kevin, we're going to, not only that, but like there's clearly a cameraman sitting right in front of him right before they go it to him.
Right, so
it's
you
like,
know something's
you
coming.
know it's coming.
Just go read PFT's blog on that.
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest things he's ever written.
Yeah.
The Peyton Manning monologue that he wrote, way better
They
than
just
anything that was
roasted
on
all of
ESPYs.
us too.
It was very, very
I'll have to check it. I haven't seen it.
was
The
good.
ESPYs, by the way, I don't know, and maybe I'm just dreaming this in my own head. Like, I used to actually, does borderline appointment television for me. Like, it'd be like, okay, ESPYs are on. and
It's
like,
so bad.
It's,
Yeah.
And it's
mean,
almost like too mushy now. There's
It
like
is.
everything is a
That little kid's
sob
an electric
story
factory,
and-
by
Little
the way.
I didn't
kid,
even see
they had
that,
that
but-
guy who got like burned.
They did
all
like a
over his
20-minute
body. It was
section where it was
unbelievable
like,
story.
Yeah,
but
but it's like I don't want to.
yeah,
It's like you're crying the whole time.
right,
Yes,
right,
piece.
right.
Sammy Sosa, is that pick real?
Yeah, I mean, this has been a trend. He goes back and forth, but this one, I don't really.
Well, he's.
I
Like,
just was like, this was my exact reaction. I was just like this for like 20 minutes this morning in my house. Like, what is he now?
now he's pink. He went from chocolate ice cream to the vanilla, and now he's strawberry because he's turned completely
It's
pink.
sad. It's
He looks
sad
like
because,
it's like Willy Wonka, and when Johnny Depp played Willy Wonka, and he's like a weird color with a weird face. Is something wrong with him? Does he have a disease?
I don't know
The
what
plastic
it is.
surgery?
Maybe this is steroid. It's just sad because it feels like the steroid era has this like shadow over it, and we like all are forgetting how electrifying Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire
I
was.
just was going to think that. Was there a 30 for 30 on that?
The home run
I
race?
don't think so.
Dude, that seems like the most
There's
no-brainer.
gotta
Right.
be.
Like, so this stuff makes me sad because it's like
That
this
was
saved baseball.
unbelievable.
They saved baseball from the strike in '94. Like,
Yeah.
and now to see him be like an old candle vampire. He looked like John Taffer.
By the way,
Whole thing is sad. The
Taffer-
hat was fire.
The
did you
pink
see
was
the gift package that Taffer sent me today? Have you got one of those?
No.
It's just signed pictures of himself.
That's Taffer move. All business right there.
It's just like a handwritten card. Like, he said, and he thanked me. It was like
cooking the burger,
It was about the
like
burger.
years ago.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
That was
congrats on the
wasn't that
burger.
like 3 years ago?
It was a long
And then there was like 2 pictures, signed pictures of him, and a shut it down button, which is actually kind of cool.
John Taffer is like the original LeVar Ball. He is. He's just like maybe not as but he's a big baller brand, and he's all about the brand.
Big Baller Brand, our boy there, fucking Ball, wore
Nikes.
in
The tough luck.
And Bron kind of like roasted him because he posted the picture being like, just do it, of
hurts.
Ball wearing the
Yeah.
purple
And that was
Nikes.
after last time he played, he like rolled his ankle kind of in his own sneakers.
Last one, this story, I found it kind of funny. So, and it's always, this is one of those international water. Every time there's woman gets groped on a plane by another woman, licked her ear, made out with her, grabbed her titties, grabbed her crotch, is like, where's this flight from? It's from Vegas to Portland. So there you go. I guess this lady was talking shit too. Like, you're so poor, I'm rich, I want to make out with you. The girl didn't want to make out with her. Next thing you know, you're just getting groped on a plane back from Vegas. It's like,
Just
when you leave from Vegas, man,
Yeah.
anything goes.
that's the hungover horny when you wake up and you're just like fuck, and she just had to fuck this chick right on the plane.
unbelievable. Vegas, classic Vegas.
It's like, she was kind of cute.
Yeah, she wasn't gross.
Yeah.
You know what? It sounded like her lead hit, like her pickup line was like, I know you're so broke and I'm rich. Like, you should just hook up with me. I don't know. Didn't work. Maybe try
It's not
something
a
else.
bad pickup line
like
when you
that's
think
what
about it. But going from
that's your
Vegas, Vegas.
Yeah, guy to girl, that is my game now that you put it those terms.
Yeah, it's true.
I'd be like, you say that directly.
Now that you
hey,
say
you're
it out
poor,
loud,
I'm rich. Hook up
now,
with me.
Now that you say that out loud, I don't like it.
But going from Vegas when you probably lost all your money,
Yeah.
that should work.
Yeah.
Theoretically, that should work.
Did not. I'd like to see the other girl. All right, post show brought to you by Dunkin' Energy Punch. I need Dunkin' Energy Punch combination. Monster Energy drink, delicious Dunkin' Blue Raspberry. I don't know if they're going to say this, but I'm going to say it because to me it's a compliment. This tastes a lot like a frozen blue freeze pop, which I love. It's my favorite color. So it's delicious blue raspberry. You guys get the strawberry. Only available at Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin's. Price and participation may vary. There's a limited time offer. #Viva La Dunkin'. If you get these, show us Viva La Dunkin'. Then we retweet Duncan knows, like, oh my God, they're moving product. We're going to give them $1 billion, and then we go to the moon. So we did the Duncan Combine. Very different from the first time we did it with McShay. Like,
Very
couldn't
different.
have been. I like how we interspersed like the clips of the original one. We three are where we used to brag about like who's the best athlete in the office. It's not the three of us up here.
Time is undefeated.
Time is very much.
It's not the three of us up here. Is the understatement of the century.
We were saying it during it, Dave. Like, there should be like a handicap, like a golfing handicap for however many years you've blogged. You should get that much time because we're rolling guys off of like, you know, like you said, the lacrosse field. We got interns that are 22. These guys haven't blogged. They got their legs. They're fresh. It's a different game.
I've lost the handle too on like the hiring process. Like my guys, like the Coleys of the world, they're
blog life.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like he's got vertigo, which is laugh out loud funny. He can't hit the thing.
when
Those
he
are the
was-
guys
when he
I
was-
hire so we compete.
When
And then-
Coley was jumping up and down and just keeping his head straight forward, it was the funniest thing ever.
So good.
There's other aspects of it too where it's like I haven't jumped or probably tried to sprint. So I go in, and when I did the same vertical, I thought I was going to like
Bounce
jump
off
high.
the sky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And then it's like, what just happened?
Yeah, right. Well, I did that with the bench. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get fucking 40, and then I was just like, this is really heavy. What the hell?
It's time, and then it's like,
It's
well,
just,
I'm
you
40.
try something and you're like, that didn't work at all.
That's not
My
what it
legs
used to be.
did not do what I wanted them to do.
It's happened a little bit even the goalie challenges we've gone on where I like see a ball coming. I'm like, oh, I can catch that. And it's,
Gone.
I move like half an inch and it's past me. It's just time. Time is a cruel mistress. There's no doubt about that. So the combine, we have some decent athletes. I mean, we got Caleb. Francis is obviously a very good athlete. We have guys who can do what they're doing now. And it's...
You know what? That's not funny though. Doesn't like
No.
nobody wants to watch Francis like run a 4.540. That
No,
sucks.
because then it's almost like it's kind of
Why
like,
are we even doing this?
Or it's just who cares? Like,
Yeah.
be funny. Well,
Right.
I'm not here to watch
Right.
you like
Right.
fucking try out for the NFL like for real. Like it's nothing fun. Be like, oh yeah, that's a fast.
Yeah, we
time.
want to see Glenny not be able to touch any of the.
Or Tex. I watched Tex 5 times
Tex.
fall down.
I mean,
Your Billy,
Tex is always
Billy
falling down.
football incredibly stupid. That showed through.
Billy is. Yeah.
What happened with him? I don't think I saw that.
He was just like couldn't figure out the jump thing. Like he kept resetting it every time. when
He's
it's like-
football smart.
Yeah.
Billy's football smart.
Yeah, so it was an interesting ride. What, 16 minutes? Is that what it came out to?
18 minutes.
McShay was great.
18 with the
Very
Donnie
good.
It
stuff.
was very funny. It was good to have him back.
Yeah.
He's I'm sure he's like, next one we're gonna do from like a nursing home. Just fucking, it's bad.
Yeah, I mean,
it's bad.
I think his only analysis of the three-cone drill was still really slow.
Oh, mine was he got slower and he still doesn't know how to do the three-cone
Yeah,
drill.
we both fucked those
do
up.
it either.
We both fucked those up. You look the same exact. I laughed out loud. It doesn't matter how many times I've seen your first 3-cone drill. I laugh at it
See,
every
isn't
time.
that's what this is about, though.
Right.
No, I know.
Right.
I
The
know.
people. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, it's bad. It's tough.
It is sad, and that's like we're going to play softball tonight.
You don't know what to expect.
I am.
You need to-
in my
5
head, I'm like,
dingers.
I am gonna like dominate.
Well, did you see? I hit a home run last week. I've smashed that retweet button after the basketball season and the
Gotta get this out
combine
there.
season.
Gotta get it
it's
out
like
there.
the only good tape I have left is I hit a home run once in softball.
I literally, it's one of those things. Like I used to be able, but I'm just gonna be
It
horrific.
sucks that we're not in the same field because that's where we played Big Poppy. It's those fields.
Oh yeah.
So last week we had a short porch to
I
right.
saw it. I saw Brett hit one off like the fence.
Yeah,
It
Brett
looked
and I
super
both went
close.
oppo. It was like you basically just had to put a high fly ball to right field. Now I think it's the other way around, so it sucks.
So what
for
do you think you're gonna do tonight? Give me like 4 at bats, let's say.
Well, you gonna play first?
And that's the other thing. The field is almost where you really got to worry about embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, you can't
First base,
drop.
I'm involved in every play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't drop it. Well, I strike some people out, so not to brag.
Do you? Yeah, striking out.
I have no idea what
Like
to
on
expect.
foul, like if you foul too
Yeah,
much,
yeah,
you get struck.
I don't know what to expect. At one point,
You're doubting yourself.
well,
It hasn't.
when
it hasn't
I
happened in a
literally
long time.
for that vertical, I sat on the side. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna kill this. I
Yeah.
jump off 2 feet. This is like I
barely
couldn't
got a
get over
stick,
the
right?
Sunday newspaper. Like it's not good.
You
So
said that before too. Quiet. You're like, this is my event. I'm gonna kill this event.
yeah, I was like so confident.
I have explosive jumping ability.
So I have no idea what to expect.
Oh, and
Washed up.
My
should-
skills have been eroded.
Shouldn't surprise you, but Tech says that baseball is his best sport. So
Of course.
he's going to come out
Naturally.
and hit the ball forever and throw seeds from outfield. And we'll believe that. He'll probably just fall down. That's what he does. Whenever he gets under pressure, he just falls down. He does it every time. He just falls down.
All right, so check it out. Check out the Barstool Combine Dunkin' Energy Punch. Drink it, support it, love it, live it.
Viva la Duncan.
And that is today's run. That's the week. And don't forget about Nate. He's live. So
Nate,
we need Nate
go
updates.
Nate, go is the hashtag, official hashtag.
Go
right?
Nate, go.
Go Nate, go.